New this morning on Sunrise, Richland One parents and teachers packed the Hopkins Middle School auditorium last night for the district's first board meeting. Yeah, this after the district abruptly reassigned 11 teachers to new schools just last week. Now, the move angered parents, teachers, and students and spurred a protest of hundreds this week, calling for transparency and accountability among district leadership. Our Nick Neville has been covering the story since it broke. He was at the meeting that wrapped up just last night, and he's sharing what happened.
The Richland One School Board engaging in a robust, hours-long discussion about recent teacher reassignments at its meeting Tuesday night. But many parents say that conversation came a little too late.
To think there are children in our district who haven't had a teacher all year is infuriating, especially when this is an issue that could have been prevented. Again, let me stress, this could have been prevented. Applicants never hear back, phone calls are never returned, qualified, experienced teachers never even have the chance to interview.
The portion of the agenda on the reassignments lasted nearly 3 hours. The board addressed how the situation was handled, the transition for these teachers, and how to set the district up for success so it can avoid a situation like this in the future.
The school district's policies, procedures, and HR decisions should not harm or disrupt or stand in the way of student growth.
Some parents say there were some great ideas and collaboration at the meeting, acknowledging that the district may have needed to make these moves, but wishing they had done so sooner and with more planning. Others say the parents have not handled the situation well.
Yesterday's protest was based on personal desires, not what is fair for all children, and equity is what is fair and impartial.
It was an engaged crowd, at times audibly frustrated with responses from District HR and Superintendent Dr. Craig Witherspoon.
Given the utter lack of notice that teachers were provided, the lack of notice that principals were provided on either end of this reassignment spectrum, and the way that teachers were spoken to, I understand that's a personnel matter, but if we ignore that now, we will lose more teachers.
Board member Barbara Weston urging her colleagues to do better for all of Richland One.
The buck stops with us because we have to look at our constituents. We need to come together and not allow our teachers to be put on a shelf, herded to one place or the other, or have their licenses revoked because they're put in a situation.
And that was our Nick Neville again reporting for us this morning. Now, Superintendent Witherspoon says that any teacher reassigned will be allowed to get out of their contract without a revocation of their teaching license. And if any of the reassigned teachers want to stay at their initial schools and another teacher wants to volunteer to take their place, that will be looked at on a case-by-case basis.